Hello everyone, and welcome back to another fun and exciting adventure with Game Fishing Parks Virtual Outdoors. I'm your host Eric, and I have my co-hosts Miss Greta and Miss Clara helping me out today. Today we're going to talk a little about snow geese. Everything from the current season going on now to how to clean and process a snow goose, and lastly on how to cook a snow goose. Currently what we have going on now is not actually a hunting season, it's called a conservation order. The reason why this is going on is due to the overabundance of snow geese. This is a very liberal season where there are no daily or possession limits, extended shooting hours throughout the day. You can have an unplugged shotgun, meaning you can have more than 3 shells in your shotgun. So it's a very liberal season, and the purpose of this season is to try to cut back on the number of snow geese, which they are overpopulated and ruining their habitat up north, up in Canada. To distinguish the birds, this is your common snow goose. They're known for being white and with the black tips on there as well. This is what a snow goose looks like. This here is a color phase known as the blue phase, or the blue goose, also known as an eagle head. This one here is a sort of a younger, immature one, but this one will turn white and it'll have more of a bluish type on the head there as well. The last one here is actually a Ross goose, which is the exact version of the snow goose, but it's sort of a mini snow goose is what it is. So these are all 3 of the legal species that you can hunt during this current conservation order. Next question I have for you is why to hunt snow geese? A lot of you may have heard about snow geese being called sky carp. Common misconception. A lot of the stereotypes from snow geese comes from people that don't prepare them right, don't process them right, and lastly don't cook them right. When snow geese are taken care of properly, they can be a normal edible table fare like anything else. We're going to go through that process as well. Another reason why people hunt them, like myself back in the day, is for these things right here. To the die-hard waterfowl hunter, these are known as jewelry or hardware. Snow geese, along with other waterfowl, are banded. It's the way they record and track where they're moving from, to and from, stuff like that as well. So these are sort of trophies for the hardcore waterfowl hunters. Ways to hunt snow geese. A lot of you probably have heard or seen people with their huge spreads of decoys, which is a very fun way to hunt snow geese, but also it's a costly way. People now have thousands of decoys out in their spreads, which costs a lot of money. It takes a lot of time to set them up as well. Another way for more of the weekend hunter, or not quite as hardcore die-hard, is pass shooting them. You basically just want to find a field approach, or a ditch in between 2 flocks of feeding snow geese. Try to pass shoot them as they fly over you. And the last way is actually jump shooting them. Finding where they're located, try to sneak up where they're at, means belly crawling a long ways potentially, to try to get into range of snow geese, and then actually hopefully being able to harvest them as well. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a couple tips and tricks to actually cleaning snow geese. Not a whole lot involved. I just have a bowl, I have a knife, and I also have just a paper towel. The ideal spot to do this is on the kitchen table, but unfortunately my wife is home right now, so that spot was not going to quite work right now. But the ideal spot is actually the kitchen table. But we're going to make do with what we have right here since she is home now. So what you do is you're going to lay your goose on its back, and you're going to feel where the breastbone is. You're just going to take your knife, you're just going to poke it in there a little bit, and basically I am going to open this up. And I'm just going to peel the feathers and skin back. And what I am going to do is I'm basically going to flay this bird. Sort of similar to the way you flay a fish. I am just going to flay this bird. So you open it up right there, the breast is exposed. You're just going to cut right in the middle of that breastbone. You're going to slide the knife down, just removing just the meat. So it's going to be sort of like fish fillet, but it's going to be a snow goose fillet. I'm just removing the meat part of the bird. So I'm going to cut that off just like that. And say it's going to be a boneless piece of meat. With any wild game, always be sure to check for bone fragments and shot as well. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna actually hold that, and can I get one of my lovely assistants to hold the bowl for me over here? All right. I'm gonna take this off right here. Okay, we're showing any feathers on there. Feathers are flavoring, but I don't quite like to flavor them, so I'm gonna remove them. Another optional thing to do, especially if you like dark meat, is to remove the legs and thighs. Same thing, you're just going to basically peel the skin and feathers down. You can actually cut that right there. And then you're going to actually just going to snap the thigh bone right off on the side right here. And peel that out, and then once again, the feathers off there, and that is actually the thigh meat of the Snowgoose. Not a lot of meat on a thigh and a leg, but there is some edible meat on there as well. With this liberal harvest order going on, I've been on hunts where we killed well over 100 birds. A lot of people may question, well, what are you going to do with 100 birds? You can make them actually into jerky or sausage. I know one of the local meat processors south of town, they specialize in making goose jerky, goose sticks, which are very, very tasty as well. Stay tuned. We will be joining you back again here shortly. I'm gonna show you one of my quick, easy, and simple Snowgoose recipes. Other than that, as always, like I mentioned before, I love to see comments, questions, also some of your pictures of your successful or not so successful hunts as well. Stay tuned for another section of Game Fish Parks Virtual Outdoors with Derek. Have a good day.